This kitchen is a disaster. This is gonna be my goal of next week, is to get this kitchen clean, because we need to do a deep scrub of the cabinets. We haven't been using any of the cabinets because we haven't cleaned them yet, so that's why everything's on the counter and it just is not working for me. I feel gross, so that's gonna be a priority. My girl, this is your yard. What do you see, honey? Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Katie.
And I'm Cody.
We're Highboy LA and we are in our 1886 Victorian house that we're currently renovating. So we made some really exciting progress, like positive progress. Figured we'd give you a little bit of an update because our last videos were just a lot of floor sanding.
So the floor sanding is done. We put the poly on, it dried. My uncle came over, helped us a bunch. You can see that in our last video. And the only thing we have left to do is we got to pick out quarter rounds, registers, and fixtures, light fixtures. We've been sleeping in there for a week and it's so comfortable.
A dream come true to have a king bed and to have floors that we could walk barefoot on.
To say we are happy and lucky is an understatement.
Yeah. Shout out to Uncle Kenny and Troy for helping us out with the paint in there.
Another exciting update is since we finished the floors upstairs, we've made the wise decision to hire out the floors downstairs. There's a company called Hollywood Floors. They're local to the area. Every single person who we've talked to says, don't do your own floors, call Hollywood. And we didn't listen on the first round, and we are listening for the downstairs. And the big part of that is we want the downstairs to be perfect. This is going to be the entrance to our home. This is what everyone's going to see when they first walk in. And it was such a hard thing to do to perfect that we just want it done, and we want it done right. So we're not going to play around downstairs. We're going to get our living room, dining room done professionally. Most excitingly, they bumped up the date. So we were going to get these done in June. It's now bumped up to May. So we have some work to do out in Los Angeles. And when we come home, we're going to come home to new floors.
We also decided on
It was just a fuzzy from the ceiling.
We also decided on paint colors, entryway, living room, and dining room. We also did some yard work. It's a little more overgrown. We did it like 3 days ago, but the backyard looks so good.
We're very excited. We get to try out all of the heart tools that they so kindly sent to us to show off. And we have their electric mower, we have their leaf blower, we have their branch lopper, and we have the weed eater, which you can make your yard look beautiful with those combo of products. So we spent about 10 hours filming and doing our whole yard. And part of that was we had to bag everything because it hadn't been done in so long.
Okay, let's go upstairs.
Let's go. Take a walk with us upstairs. Zola, you want to come up? Here we go up our stairs. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, Chunky. You got to lose 5 pounds.
Chunky monkey. Perfect.
This is where we're staying. It is the only room in the whole house that's finished, dust-free, painted. Floors are done. Our clothes are in the closet. We still have a number of things to do in here.
So $35 bed frame was a huge come up. Super obsessed with it. Love how the wood tone looks with the wood tone on the floor. Our bedding is kind of just whatever we could find in the area. We got our sheets from Marshall's. The bedding is from Target. We're not like obsessed with it at all really, but you know, it works. It's springy. We got this throw also at Marshall's.
The Zola throw.
Yeah, this is Zola's blanket.
Also, we found this table at an estate sale warehouse. It has a chess style wooden pattern up top, which we love. Threw a little wood oil on it and spruced it up a bit. And this is not permanent, but this is just what we have for a nightstand at the moment. We also brought this beautiful Lulu and Georgia chair into the bedroom just so we could sit and read, sit and get ready. It's probably not going to live here forever, but it is our one place to sit in this room, and we want to feel as cozy as possible. It also goes really well with our blue trim.
Right here, we're thinking of doing a big mirror. I think that would look really cool and would be a good use of the space. It's a little tight to kind of put any sort of like dresser or storage here. We're thinking a wall mirror, maybe it'll have wood trim. We will see. Zola went to the vet today. She's sleepy.
And I think we mentioned this before, but this is where the dresser's gonna live, whatever dresser we find, ideally secondhand, maybe something mid-century, warm wood tone. I think that would be beautiful right here.
Yeah, we have a few wood tones going on in here, so that kind of plays to our advantage.
And we've been using the projector. This is the LG projector that we had in our apartment. We brought it here. This thing is so nice, but we've been just projecting it onto this wall, and it's so fun because we can just finally watch TV.
Katie also made the suggestion that we start from season 1, episode 1 of Vanderpump Rules, because I've never seen it from the beginning. I've only seen the tomfoolery that has happened ever since.
The Scandival.
Yeah. Scandi.
That's when it became on the mainstream radar for most people, I would say.
So, moving on, we're going to show you one more room. So this is the second room that we're going to put about 50% of our focus into while we work on the rest of the house. This room is going to be an upstairs office. Me and Katie are thinking about doing a trading spaces where we have a competition, and she gets a room to do and I get a room to do. So this is my room to do. We're super excited because there's not much that we're going to do in here. My thought is we're going to get a wallpaper, a nice, easy, renter-friendly, even though we're owners, peel and stick so that it's easy to switch out in the future. I just want that vibe in this Victorian house. Thinking about keeping the mustard yellow trim. We are going to take these nasty, nasty carpets up, and underneath is a nice little hardwood floor. And we're not going to worry about doing the floors in this room. They've been done in the past, but I do want sort of an art studio vibe where it doesn't matter what you're wearing in the room. Floors can get dirty. There are some little cosmetic fixes in here, such as this air conditioner that was leaking at some point. So we're going to have to get some Durabond on there, patch it back up, paint that little thing. But aside from that, we're pretty much ready to rock in this room.
I actually want to show you guys the bathroom really quick. This is where we've been taking our hoe baths. And I say hoe baths because we don't have showers in this house, which we're, slowly trying to come up with the solution for. We think we have the solution, but we need to call the plumbers to see if they can install that. But I just wanted to show you guys the towels we got. We got these from Marshall's. They're actually beach towels. They're huge. They're like the bath sheet size. Yeah, they're Rachel Zoe. I just love the stripes, and I love how the blue and the green look on the maroon tile.
So now we're going to show you our entryway colors that we've chosen. And we've chosen these because we think it is going to look so elevated. You're going to poop your pants when you walk in here. This is our gorgeous entryway, and we were testing a few colors. The reason why we did this little pattern is because in the afternoon we have a window that comes in, and the bottom pane hits here. Top pane hits here. We wanted to see this in the light, this in the shadow. This color is called Rennie's Rose, and we do love it. It's a vibe, but we did end up going with Bohemian Jazz because we just think it's a hair more elevated, and it's going to go with the colors in the living room. All of this detail is something that we would absolutely love to show off, but it has been caked with paint for so many years. There's not that many layers to it, but it is just thick and the detail is intricate. So I had the thought of getting a little sandblaster, a little handheld, detail-oriented sandblaster to take this off and try and expose at least the spindles. Because if we can do that, then we'll be very, very happy. We just don't know if that's going to be possible. So if you guys have any ideas, if there's any woodworkers watching and you have recommendations, please let us know in the comments below.
We also decided on the colors for the living room and the dining room. We did a bunch of swatches, different color on the wall, different color on the trim. We actually decided to go with this one. This is called Gypsum Rose, and then the trim color is called Cotton Club. They're all from Dunn Edwards, which we're so grateful for. They're gifting us paint for this house, working with them over on Instagram for that. This color combo was on their site as well as with this. Like, they kind of paired a bunch of their colors together, which is super helpful in choosing the accent colors. So this is going to be the living room. And then this is going to be the dining room. And then when you lay the purple kind of next to it, the way it all flows together just makes sense. And it's going to be such a vibe. So rich, so warm, pretty bold, but that's us. Yeah, I think I said we're excited like 20 times, but it's going to be great. And the paint should be arriving very soon.
So we found this light at an estate sale store, and we seen it a few weeks ago. We weren't sure if this is the one. And after contemplating for 2 months, we went in the other day and got it for $40.
Stunning. It's like a Tiffany lamp, kind of.
So we thought this was going to be perfect for the office. Going to give us that little whiskey room vibe.
And then I will show you guys this other thing we got. We got a ceiling medallion. So this is going to go in the bedroom and it's going to be mounted on the ceiling. And we got a pendant light fixture from IKEA. It's just one of the paper ball lanterns. I love the juxtaposition of the two styles, like this ornate look with the super modern look of the ball lantern. So I think it's going to look really, really cool and feel very peaceful and tranquil in there.
Yeah, we're super excited for this. We've seen these all over the place. Katie had this idea for a while now, but this is our first chance at actually giving it a try.
We don't know if we're going to keep it white or paint it blue yet. So that'll be a decision for later. Come on, Sodi. This is our yard. It's such a dream. Makes me so happy. We did a ton of yard work. We mowed. Cody cleared out these stones that our fire pit's on. We set up some furniture. So these stones were super overgrown. One of those helicopter thingies in my shoe. These stones are super overgrown. Obviously, like they're all coming up from the tree roots, but we used a bunch of our tools that we got and cleaned this up a bit. It looks so much better. We also got these Adirondack chairs from Ace Hardware, just like super cheap ones. We really wanted somewhere comfy to sit. In my head, we weren't gonna go with white. We got white because that's the only one they had 4 of. We actually think it looks so good because it really is bright against the green out here. This little table is also from Marshall's. It folds up so we can move it to the front if we want. But yeah, I feel like we're just really starting to create a nice little vibe.
We love lighting outdoors. So one of the first things that I ordered, 200 feet of string light. These are on a timer. They come on automatically in the evening. And this was really important just so we could see the perimeter. It also kind of signals to the bats because we have resident bats. So one of my favorite things was these little solar lights. We got them on Amazon. They charge throughout the day, and then when it gets dark enough, all of the tree, I want to say stumps, what do you call the bottom of a tree? All of the trunks are just lit up. And we really want to enjoy the outdoor space here. I think that's like a big thing for us.
Wouldn't this spot be perfect for a little vegetable garden? Like, how perfect would that be? I can see it. I can visualize it. I want to grow tomatoes. I want to grow zucchinis. And then I want to cook them in my recently remodeled kitchen that we will get to soon. So this is our grandmother willow tree, or our Alice in Wonderland tree, if you will. Look at this hole. Isn't that insane? There's like mushrooms growing. Wow, it actually looks crazy from this angle. Look at that. What is that? What do you think lives in there?
So one behemoth project that we have at this house is fixing the soffits. There were some critters up there when we were first looking at the house. We need to get those fixed.
This is the life. I don't want to pull staples. I want to sit here.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I know we have to pull staples.
I know that you don't want to pull staples.
Since we're getting our floors done a month earlier now, we need to have everything ready for Ruben, the guy who's doing our floors, which includes having all the staples pulled, which we thought we were going to have until June 18th to do that. But now that we have only until next week, Cody also leaves on Monday. So we only have like the weekend.
What is a weekend?
And we have events all weekend.
Tonight, we're going to see at Simply G, who's performing as photographer of Shinedown at the Peoria Civic Center. And tomorrow we are going to one of my best friend's weddings. And after that, we're going to my mom's for Mother's Day cookout. And then Sunday, we're going to the Falbos for Mother's Day. So whenever staple pulling is happening,
It has to happen now.
Yeah.
Before we go to this concert.
Which we leave in 1 hour and 5 minutes.
So I guess we're pulling staples for 30 minutes. I just want a glass of white wine.
We can have some white wine while we pull staples.